Good morning, students. Now I am going to continue fourth chapter. My first topic is discovery of electrons. Okay, so let's start. In 1878, okay, in my previous video I told you that atoms can be divisible into three parts: electrons, okay, protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons. Okay, so these are called the subatomic particles or fundamental particles. So now one by one you have to see that how these three subatomic particles was discovered. So first I will explain about the electrons. Okay, electrons. And you know, I told you that atoms are electrically neutral. Atoms are electrically neutral. So how it is possible that the atom is electrically neutral? Means in this atom there should be positive charge or negative charge, both. Okay, there should be positive and negative charge both. Then only it is possible that this atom can be neutral. Okay. So now I am going to explain you how this electron was discovered. In 1878, a scientist, William Crookes, okay, William Crookes performed one experiment, okay, to investigate electric discharge through gases. Okay, so what he did, he took one discharge tube. See, this tube is called the discharge tube, and in this discharge tube he fixed two plates, okay, with any metal, okay, copper, aluminium, with the help of any metal he fixed two plates. Okay, this side plate is the negative charge, so this is called the cathode, and this side is the positive, so that is why it is called anode. Okay, now with the help of this high voltage generator he fixed it for passing the electric current. Okay, now he fixed one vacuum tube also. Okay, with the help of vacuum tube he filled one gas or air. Okay, either gas or air, he filled one gas or air inside the discharge tube to make it very low temperature. He filled the air at a very low temperature with the help of this vacuum tube. Okay, so now all of you understood. Okay, this one is the discharge tube. These are the two plates. Okay, this negative side is called cathode and this positive side is called anode. Okay, and this one is high voltage generator. With the help of this he was passing electric current. Okay, with the help of this vacuum tube he made the gas at a very low temperature. He filled the gas at a very low temperature. Okay, now what he observed, when he was passing electric current, he saw that some rays were coming from this side. Okay, the rays was not coming from this side. He saw that some rays was coming from this side, from the negative side, and it was going towards the positive side. It was going towards the positive side, and because of the gas which is present inside the discharge tube, because of that gas, this side started glowing. So he found that the rays which was coming from this cathode plate, from this negative plate, these rays are made up of negative charged particles. Okay, these rays are made up of negatively charged particles, and he named these rays as a cathode rays. He named these rays as a cathode rays. Okay, now listen again all of you. He took one discharge tube. Okay, in this discharge tube he fixed two plates. Okay, one is negative, that is called cathode, one is positive. Okay, he connected with this negative side and with positive side. So see, this one is negative, so that is why it is called cathode plate, and this one is connected with the positive side, so this one is called anode plate. Okay, now with the help of the vacuum tube he filled one gas, either gas or air, at a very low temperature. Okay, now when he was passing electric current he observed that some gases, some rays are coming out. Some rays were coming out from this side, from the negative side, and these rays were going towards the positive side, towards the opposite side of the cathode. Okay, and he observed that the opposite side of the cathode start glowing, okay, because of the gas which is present inside it. Okay, so he understood that these rays, since these rays were coming from the negative side, so these rays were made up of negatively charged particles, and he named these rays as a cathode rays. These cathode rays were called electrons. Okay, these cathode rays were only called electrons. Okay, now one more scientist, J.J. Thomson. Okay, in 1897, one that British scientist J.J. Thomson, he was also working on the properties and the constituent of the cathode rays. So while working on the properties and the constituent of the cathode rays, he proved that these cathode rays were consist of negatively charged particles, okay, and they are only called electrons. So these electrons were discovered by J.J. Thomson. Okay, these William Crookes, he invented this cathode rays. He discovered this cathode rays, but this name was given by J.J. Thomson. When he was working on the properties and the constituent of these cathode rays, he proved and he showed that these cathode rays were made up of negatively charged particles, and these are only called electrons. So he did 3 experiments. So first experiment, with the help of the cathode rays, what he did, he kept an object on the way of the cathode rays. Okay, cathode rays were coming from this side, from the negative side. So he kept an object. So what he observed that a shadow of the object was formed just opposite of the cathode. Okay, he observed that shadow of this object was formed just opposite of the cathode side. So he proved that cathode rays travel in a straight line. Okay, he proved that cathode rays travel in straight line, and if we kept an object on the path of the cathode rays, so it cast a shadow. It will cast a shadow just opposite of the cathode side. Okay, so this was the first experiment. Now in the second experiment, what he did, he kept a light paddle wheel in the path of the cathode rays. In the path of the cathode rays, see, this one is the cathode rays. I am just adding here minus. Minus means cathode, okay, plus means anode. So he kept one light paddle wheel on the path of the cathode rays. So what he observed? He observed that the paddle wheel start rotating. He observed that the paddle wheel immediately start rotating. So he concluded that cathode rays consist of a stream of fast moving particles. Since in this cathode rays the fast moving particles are present, that is why this light paddle wheel start rotating. Okay, with the help of these fast moving particles only, this light paddle wheel start rotating.